Hey there, gang. As I promised before about a shoulder routine, I'm going to show you a quick shoulder warm-up and a shoulder routine that is good for not only the 40-plus crowd, but also for athletes. You will see that when we start and we do these first set of exercises, they are very, very light. That is for a reason. This is for internal shoulder. So I don't want you going heavy. Even 5 pounds, I may go up to 5 pounds on some days, but I will never go above that because I don't want my external muscles doing the work and carrying the load. I want it to be able to focus internal. So what we're gonna do here is on an incline bench, I'm gonna grab these super light dumbbells, and I would say start with a set of 10 per movement. We're gonna go T's, making sure your thumbs are up. And I'm gonna show you these for T's, Y's, I's, and then W, where we make them to like a field goal and then rotate back. Again, we stay super light on the weight, and that is for a reason. The whole time we're gonna pinch that shoulder blade together. Just like we talked about earlier on the back work, the shoulder gets overloaded on a throwing motion. Baseball, softball, football, even tennis. Going forward and overloading this, so we create an imbalance. This, just like those subscapular contractions that I showed you earlier for the back work, will help to offset that and correct it, so we hopefully will prevent shoulder injuries in the future. But this warm-up is also great for us older athletes because it's working internal. So you're strengthening the rotator cuff, which starts to deteriorate and will go because of years and years and years of overuse. So here we go. First thing, we're gonna keep the chest on the pad the whole time, okay? My thumbs are out, and before I start the movement, I'm pinching my shoulder blades. Then I'm coming T, back down nice and slow and controlled, Y. Then we do the letter I, and then the tough ones we turn and do a W. So we come here, rotate back, keeping the chest down. And that would be 1. Again, we're gonna shoot for 10 of these, staying super light because I want to work internal shoulder, not external muscle. We don't want to use the big muscle groups. This is a great way to start not only your shoulder routine, but also if you're going to be doing a heavy chest routine. Shoulders play a major part in that. So again, we've got T, pinching the shoulder blades. Thumbs are up. Y, thumbs are up, keeping those shoulder blades pinched. I, turn in, W. Stay super light, super controlled, keeping those shoulder blades pinched the whole time. We want to work inside of that muscle, not external. This is not a growth exercise. This is a injury prevention and corrective measure exercise. Okay, now we're moving on to the strength portion. I'm gonna show you a couple of different variations on the dumbbell and then one on the military press. If you're having an imbalance and one side is severely weaker than the other, the big misconception is, well, I need to use dumbbells to help catch that up. Barbells will catch it up far quicker because when you're lifting, the dominant side is going to go up. That transfers more of the load to the weaker side. So that's got to work harder to catch it back up and finish the motion. So you will actually catch your imbalances up quicker with the barbell than you will a dumbbell. With the dumbbells, I'm going to show you 2 variations. Both of them will be mostly from a neutral standpoint. First, again, neutral. Palms are facing each other. I'm going to rotate my hands as I go up, and then we're dropping back down to the field goal, even with my ears. There's no need to come all the way down here. The only thing that can do is put more stress across the top head of the shoulder. You're not recruiting any more fibers that way. It's just putting your shoulders at a disadvantage and more prone to injury. So stop here, even with your ears. Back up and rotate out. Palms facing, palms away. Palms facing, palms away. The second version is called the Zottman press or the Arnold press. It's called the Arnold press because he's the one who made this famous. You're going to start here underneath. Palms are facing each other. Rotate out, up and around. Nice and wide field goal, and then around. This does do help with a little more range of motion on your shoulders. You have to use more stability muscles, so your stabilizers are kicking in a little harder. It's a little tougher movement. But your shoulders are also in a safe place there. If you want to do the traditional military press, that's great. Just avoid coming behind the head. I still see a lot of people in the gym doing that with lat pull downs and the military press. The only thing you're doing is putting your spine at a disadvantage. You're not recruiting any more fibers. So once you get your spacing on the bar, you're just going to come down in front, elbows in, not flared out, elbows under you. And there's really no need to come all the way down. Same thing with the dumbbells. All that's doing is putting more stress across that top part of your shoulder, which can cause injury. So we're going to stop right under the chin, up. Elbows are pointed inward, not flared out. The reason we point those elbows is, again, keep that shoulder joint safe. In front of the face and back up. That's all it is to it. Those you can go heavier on. I would start with warming up, even after you've done the shoulder workout. Whichever exercise you're going to do, start light, warm that particular exercise up, not just that body part up, and build from there. So you may start here, then depending on your strength level, throw a 25, and then a 45, and then another 25, or start with this and then go to a 10, and then move to a 25. Strength level is up to you. We're not really focusing on so much weight as we are the correct range of motion, correct form, and a rep range. I would start my first set being 12 to 15. If you can do more than 15, you may want to increase that weight. Second set would be 10 to 12 range. The third set would be your 8 to 10. And the same thing, if you can do more than 10 on that third set, then it's time to bump the weight, as long as you're doing it with correct form. Lastly, to finish it up, we're going to do something just for the side part of your delt. Again, your delt has 3 heads. That rear head is the hardest to hit. One of the reasons on that first warm-up exercise, I tell you to pinch your shoulder blades together, squeeze that rear head, and focus on staying light. If you go too heavy, you're going to start to sling, and it's going to completely go back to using your bigger muscles, not going to work the smaller muscles in your internals. These are just the basic side lateral raise. You can do them with dumbbells. I prefer the cables for the same reason. Dumbbells you tend to sling. Cables help me anyway stay a little stricter on my form. But starting with it about the belly button, slight bend in the elbow. If you straighten your elbow and lock it, that's going to also put a lot of tension on your elbow, and you can create tendonitis. So we want a slight bend, but keep that slight bend throughout the movement. And we're just going to come up again to about the ear. There's no need to come up here. Once you do, that takes the shoulder out of place. So we want to keep all the stress here. Time under tension. Nice and slow and control. Very fluid range of motion. You don't want to jerk the cable and put any slack in it. That's why I like doing them here versus doing the dumbbells. This is a great finisher. This you want to worry, again, more with reps than necessarily weights. And this one you can do all 3 sets in that 12 to 15 range. On the pressing for your strength movements, I would not recommend doing both in the same day. Do your warm-up and then do dumbbells one week, do the military press the next week, or next time you hit shoulders, however your workout schedule is going. Don't do too much of the shoulders in one day, because even though it's 3 muscles there, we don't want to overload it. Your shoulders are also involved when you hit your chest. So if you're hitting your chest heavy, especially with the incline, then your shoulders can become very overloaded. That too will lead to injury. That first exercise, the T's, Y's, I's, and W, that is crucial to not only folks my age, our age, but also to your younger athletes, again, that are using the throwing motion, whether it be baseball from pitching or fielding because of the amount that they throw in practice. Same thing with fast pitch. Your pitchers are okay, but the rest of your fielders are using that same motion all the time. Quarterbacks, same head. So we create that imbalance. Tennis, coming through, pulling down right here, same thing. Fix that imbalance so we don't have injuries later in life. We're healthier, fitter, longer. Thanks, guys.